you can't know the next step until you walk further along the path. So if you can't see where you're going, don't worry. Just keep on walking, and then a path will appear.
That's when it just clicked in my brain. She put into words what my words couldn't express.
And it just made sense. Well, kind of.
If you're a normal person, I'm sure you've questioned your own life's path. What's the next step? Is this really what I want to be doing? Where am I even going? And how does everyone seem to know what they want to do with their lives? I'm currently 20 years old, and my path ahead is anything but clear. I mean, as it should be. I'm only 20, but every day seems to be a new idea of what I want my future to look like. One day, I want to go travel the world and drop all my social media, but then the next day, I want to further my education and stay in school, but then the next day, I want to start my own business and build up my career. Having the ability to even think about all these options is something to be grateful for, but sometimes when there are too many options, it causes us to overanalyze and take no action.
And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad thing to think about your future and question why you're doing what you're doing, but you don't want to be thinking about it too much that it causes you to not even take any action.
I really admire those people who have kept true to their path and their calling, but I highly doubt that they thought it would turn out the way it actually did. Did Steve Jobs really think at the time that taking a calligraphy class in college would be a key factor in designing the Mac 10 years later?
None of this had even a hope of any practical application in my life. But
or did
10
Coco
years
Chanel
later,
know that
when
the
we
skills
were
of working as a
designing the first
seamstress would be the
Macintosh
reason she transformed the entire fashion industry? Or did Robert Greene know that working 50 different jobs ranging from being a construction worker to screenwriting to teaching English would help develop one of the most powerful books out there?
I too had moments of doubt, but I did not feel lost. I was searching and exploring, and I was hungry for experiences. And I
No,
was
they
continuous.
didn't know that at the time. They didn't know their path, but they had that instinct to just keep going on it regardless of the unknown. It all came to that next step backed up by faith.
It's easy to listen to that in retrospect because we know their outcomes, but when you're actually going through that yourself and you don't know the outcomes, it is not as easy.
And that's where I'm at right now. I don't know what outcomes will show themselves 10 years out from now, but I do know that it's better to just take that next step, even if I don't know what that path is ahead. For me, I've always just enjoyed capturing moments of my life, whether that be from my middle school days to making random GoPro montages while traveling, or to just always bringing my camera to events. I just loved capturing those moments in time that I know I could never get back. Having this concept of me capturing all these moments of my life led me to start my YouTube channel of now showing my captured moments of life. Through this, I've definitely met some incredible people and have had amazing opportunities, and none of that would have happened if I didn't take that next step to starting this channel. Not gonna lie though, every time I do sit down to edit a video or to go out and film, I really don't know why I'm doing it other than just for the sake of having my life documented. It's okay to not know the answers to everything, because if we did know the answers to everything, it would leave no room for creativity, it would limit ourselves to other potential opportunities, and we wouldn't even learn any lessons. So I'm trying to learn that there is beauty in this unknown world that we're in.
But I'm just viewing everything in my life right now as these next steps that are just gonna always be in an infinite loop. And every single next step is gonna be preparing me for the next one and the next one and so on and so forth.
The possibilities here are endless. Maybe I'm learning how to talk to strangers because 5 years out from now, when there's a lack of communication in this world, I've developed that skill of being able to talk to anyone about anything. Or maybe I'm learning how to edit videos not for the sake of editing videos, but to teach me the importance of patience and consistency. Again, the possibilities here are endless in your life, and You won't know why you're doing what you're doing until you just walk further along this path. The only reason why I can keep walking along this path is solely because of my faith. Faith not in myself, but faith in God that He already knows what is going to happen and is helping me prepare for what's ahead. So whether you know your path or it's unknown, just have faith that is going to work for you in your favor. Follow that interest of yours and don't feel the need to have an explanation for why you're doing it. Drop that idea that you've been holding in your mind about what your future has to look like. Go gain some experience in an industry you know nothing about. Go talk to that person who doesn't even speak your language. Challenge your beliefs, see the other sides of arguments, put yourself in situations that are going to help you grow. Life really is beautiful and there's so much to go out and try. Again, who knows? That next step could be the one that literally changes your life, or maybe it teaches you about failure, or maybe it helps you learn about yourself more. When we keep taking those next steps, I believe that a path will start to appear, but it won't appear until you decide to take that first step. I have so many clips of me running back to get the camera. I love that. I think some things just take time for us to learn. We can hear all the advice and lessons, but at the end of the day, I believe that to learn certain things, you need to actually experience them firsthand. The best lessons, in my opinion, are the ones that you have learned through life, not necessarily through other people. And to learn those lessons and gain that experience of life, it comes down to taking that next step with faith. So, what is your next step?
Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. I'm kind of doing some more videos about lessons that I'm learning. The key point is I'm learning. I don't know, I'm learning. And the resistance I feel towards these videos, the only thing is that the last thing I want to do is come across like I know it all, like shit, like she's only X amount years old, like she doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, okay, like I get it. I'm learning, okay? And the best way for me to learn is to explain these concepts. And if I'm wrong, good. I will challenge myself in the future again and prove why I'm not right. But right now in the moment, this is what I'm learning, this is what I think is maybe right, so we're just gonna document it. So take it as you will. But thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.